And this week's proposition, let it be resolved that the Court of Appeal's decision denying Carlos Celdran's appeal of his conviction over the Damaso incident violates his right to freedom of expression. Starting off with the affirmative side is Relson. Relson, you have 4 minutes to argue the need to consider the CA's decision a violation of Carlos Celdran's right to freedom of expression.
Your Honors, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we are confronted with a clear and pressing issue tonight. A clash of two freedoms, freedom of expression and freedom of religion. But we believe that such clash is not necessary. Our advocacy is harmony. The affirmative side challenges the firm conviction of Celdran for allegedly offending the religious feelings under Article 133 of the Revised Penal Code. Celdran, an RH bill supporter, expressed his sentiments regarding the church's political involvement inside the Manila Cathedral in 2010. Defiant, Celdran will march to the Supreme Court. Your Honors, the affirmative side believes it's necessary for the Supreme Court to rule that the Court of Appeal's decision violates Carlos Celdran's right to freedom of expression. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not advocating for the amendment or repeal of Article 133. Rather, we contend that the Supreme Court should provide clear standards in the application of the law, providing definitions and gauges so that constitutionally enshrined freedom of expression is faithfully, adequately, and sufficiently protected. Balancing of interests is of utmost importance to preserve both rights. All based on two arguments. First, the law was interpreted in a way that violates protected speech. And second, the decision does not provide sufficient safeguards to freedom of expression. First argument, Your Honors. Article 133 was interpreted by the Court of Appeals in a way that violates protected speech. Truly, freedom of expression is not limited. To this, we submit. However, we have to differentiate between protected and unprotected speech. The act of Celdran, advocating a political position against political meddling by the church, belongs to the first category. It has a legitimate goal. The appeals court misapplied the case of Philippine journalists. Under Article 133, an act was directed against the religious dogma, practice, or ritual. Damaso is neither of it. It is a performative commentary, a political statement above anything else. And under the ruling in Cohen versus California, cited in MVRS versus Islamic Dawah, it is a politically relevant statement which is accorded constitutional protection even if it is potentially offensive. Second argument, Your Honor. Balancing of interest is necessary because the appeals court's decision does not provide sufficient safeguards to protect freedom of expression. To show that Celdran's act falls within the second element of Article 133, the court defined notoriously offensive and feelings of the faithful, making the provisions all the more ambiguous in the context. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So you do think the freedom of speech provision in the Constitution really allows the state to carve out the exception, in this case a geographical location like a place of worship?
Thank you for that question, Your Honor. The position of the affirmative side is that the second element is of Article 133 is subject to an ambiguous interpretation. The first element, which concerns forum, is undisputed. It was committed by Celdran inside the church, and in order to preserve peace, the state has the legitimate right, based on the clear and present danger test, to prevent a violation of religion. To show that Celdran's act falls within the second element of Article 133, notoriously offensive was defined by the Court of Appeals as something that causes someone to feel resentful, upset, or annoyed. That's a dangerous state. Consider, Celdran's actuations may greatly offend a bishop, a layperson not so. What is the gauge that determines if the law is violated? What is the